Alright, what's up YouTube? Come back on here with another Houston Texans video. Pretty much a recap of week 1 and what I think this team really needs to work on, obviously, and then what's a big strength so far after the first game. So yesterday, Houston Texans defeated the Washington Redskins 17-6. In my first video, I already went over this, but it's going to be an emphasis that we're going to be saying all year is that this offense really is struggling. It's going to struggle this whole year with Fitzpatrick and the way that they're going to let him, pretty much mold him as a quarterback. Yesterday, he really didn't throw the ball too far, and I feel like they kind of held him back and kind of babied him in the way of calling shorter play calls, of receiver routes, stuff like that. He really didn't throw anything more than 20 yards, and if he did, he kind of threw them a little high, and his accuracy really needs to get worked on, but obviously throughout the year, his relationship with the receivers and their routes and their familiarity with his patterns and all that stuff will eventually kick on, but they will baby him this whole season, I guarantee that. The first game, they gave it the ball to Foster, and his first game back, 27 times, and he ran over 100 yards. That's a lot of carries for one guy who's coming back who missed most of the last season with injuries. I feel like obviously the offensive line looked pretty good. Fitzpatrick only got sacked one time, and offensive line looked pretty good. They ran the ball pretty well. It wasn't amazing, obviously, but ran it pretty well. Foster averaged around 4 yards a carry, which wasn't that bad at all. But without the defense making turnovers and stopping RG3 and all their weapons that they have, Alfred Morris, Deshaun Jackson, Pierre Garçon, and they have a good offense. You can't knock them. But the defense stopped them, made enough turnovers that this offense could struggle at points, and that the defense made turnovers at the offense so that they wouldn't give up even more points. The defense, I don't know. The defense was amazing yesterday. Watt had a great game. Brooks Reed had a great game. After what Brooks Reed showed yesterday, the Houston Texans should send every defensive lineman, linebacker in the offseason to Wisconsin with J.J. Watt and train with him. Brooks Reed did that this summer, and it looks like his work's starting to pay off. He had a great game yesterday, and without Clowney even in the game, he was making plays. So another guy that maybe they'd put more attention to, they need to start putting more attention on Brooks Reed. Brooks Reed had a wicked nice game, made tackles, made a sack, just a very disruptive, and I feel like him working out with J.J. Watt over this offseason has really proved the player that he can come out to be, and obviously he can thrive in this defense. Cushion looked pretty good. He didn't play the full game. He took some plays off, but obviously they're not going to make him play the whole game when he's coming off an injury. The secondary looked really good. Swearinger, he's that guy they want. He's not more of a coverage safety. He's more of a come in and hit you safety. In this Cornell defense, I feel like he's going to come up and give you all he's got. There's one play that he laid out RG3, and they gave him a helmet-to-helmet, even though he clearly hit him cleanly. But I feel like he's a guy that has the reputation of hitting someone kind of dirty, so they're obviously going to throw a flag when they see him coming in hard and laying him out. But he's come in there. He came in there. He made eight or nine tackles. He was in there a lot this game, making a lot of tackles. I feel like this defense is the one that he'll thrive in. Come in, sack the quarterback, come in, stuff the running back at the line of scrimmage. Jared Crick played good on the defensive line. Tim Jamison, when he was in there, made a couple of plays. Toggle played pretty good. Mike Muhammad was pretty good. The defense all around played really good. So those are the strengths of this year. I feel like this Cornell defense is set up with the personnel. It's going to be great. But now that Clowney got hurt, this is a chance for Whitney Merciless to really get a fire under himself. And now that he has the opportunity to prove what he has. Clowney, even though obviously he's a lot of hype and he got hurt, he held his own yesterday. People can say what they want. He didn't get thrown around or anything like that. He held his own. There was a couple plays he got in there. Maybe he over-penetrated and stuff like that. He got way too far in the backfield and missed a couple plays. Made a tackle or two. Made a couple assist tackles. Maybe they didn't put it on the stat sheet, but I sure as hell saw that. But this opportunity of him being hurt should literally light a fire underneath Whitney Merciless right now. He was a #1 pick last 2 years ago, I believe, and then Clowney comes in since he's #1 pick, takes over his job. Merciless, who has had a decent career so far, I don't know his totals, but pretty sure he's had 7 sacks and 5 sacks or 12 sacks, not too bad, but this opportunity of Clowney being out really should let him know, like, this is your chance to show what you got. If you want to play, you need to show what you got now, or we're probably going to eventually get rid of you. This is his chance to show that he's not a backup. He can start for this team. And even if Clowney does come back, they can share time and just be a nice 1-2 punch. If Clowney is tired, then Merciless come in. Merciless in there wrecking havoc, and he's tired, put Clowney back in. This is a chance to show depth and versatility for this defense, and Merciless is the guy that really can prove that he's worth that #1 pick that we chose him a couple of years ago. Special teams are fine. Fleckler plenty great, kicking. Bullock only needed to kick 1 field goal, so that was fine. Coverages were all good. I feel like this game will prove that the defense is going to be our strength, but hopefully the offense won't be so kindly and so held back on Fitzpatrick and actually let him make some more plays. So the offense really was struggling. They kept doing stretch play. It kind of felt like a Kubiak-esque offense when they kept running the same plays. And 2nd and 10, they do a handoff, or 3rd and 10, they do a little dump off. You need to literally let him throw the ball more. So then maybe you do a play action, he throws the ball on the field, and they fall for it a little bit more. I feel like they have the weapons to be better than they are, and that this team will be better than they're advertised. This defense, even without Clowney, Watt was destructive, and so was Brooks Reed. And the other guys, Jared Crick, all the guys on the D-line looked pretty good yesterday, so I feel like this defense will be the strength. Offense will need to step it up, but hopefully they realize that they can start grooming Fitzpatrick to be more of a conventional quarterback and more of a starter and not have to hold them back a lot more than they have in this first game. So next week we're in Oakland. Should be a good game. Derek Carr, rookie. They got some weapons on offense, defense. They got a lot of veterans, so hopefully we can disrupt Derek Carr a lot and make him make a lot of mistakes, and maybe a couple turnovers like we saw yesterday. Swearinger with a nice forced fumble, and then another fumble that they got. It was more of a error by RG3, but the penetration on that play was ridiculous. So just force some fumbles, interceptions, turnovers, and all. Keep the ball in our hands. Don't fumble. Foster had a crucial fumble yesterday. Could have been big if we didn't make them. I think we made them fumble. So hopefully he keeps the ball. Maybe get the ball to Alfred Blue more. Besides that, hopefully cause a lot of pressure next week and beat Oakland. Besides that, let's go Texans.